Welcome back to Good Dates Gone Bad. I'm your host, Lee. I'm actually going to share a story with everyone. It's one of my own bad dates. I did have a lot. On this particular evening, though, I was working at a nightclub, and a guy that I'd gone out with on again, off again, had agreed to meet me up there. And his friends showed up first. And he showed up about an hour later or so, and we were all hanging out, having a good time. Everything was fine. I was still working. When it was about 20 minutes before I got off work, though, he gave me a little super fun little pill that everybody used to take, one of those little pills. And we knew we were going to have fun, but he wouldn't tell me what we were doing. He said it was a surprise. We had decided to take a taxi over to where we were going. And I kept asking him, where are we going? Where are we going? He said, it's going to be a night you'll never forget. Just don't ask me anymore. I want it to be a surprise. So when we approached the apartment complex, it was really fancy. They had a gated community. The taxi had to do the code and everything to get in. And once we were just inside, we all hopped out of the taxi, all excited about going to this party. And I didn't know anything about it. Apparently everybody else in the car did, except for me. So I found out later that was the truth. So when we went to the elevator, there was a woman that ran up to the elevator at the same time, and she was asking us to hold it. So we got in the elevator, and as we started to go up, she pressed the button because she knew where we were going. And when she got in the elevator, as soon as we got to the top, she had on a blue dress that the zipper came up to here, and it went down just below her crotch. And it was a tank dress, and she literally unzipped it and took it off and was naked in the elevator with us. So by then, my little super fun little pill had already kicked in, and I'm thinking, what's going on? Does anybody else see this? And we were all a little bit stunned, and the guy started to smile, and I thought, what is going on? So we go to the front door, and the guy just opens it. He already knew that the girl was approaching the door naked, and she's had her dress hanging over her arm. And he opens the door completely naked. Now, this is not someone that should be naked, opening the door naked. Some people, you could get away with that, but not him, not this guy. And he opens the door and he says, welcome, and we have some rules for tonight. And I thought, what is going on tonight? This is literally my first party I've ever been to where people are naked. And I'm looking at my guy friend that I'd gone on dates with and the other people too, and I'm thinking, what did you guys get me into? By then I'm really starting to feel good, and we get into the house and he shuts the door, and there's people milling about over by like a little makeshift bar. And this one guy standing there talking, and he starts coming up to me and starts talking to me, and then a woman comes over and he starts rubbing her breast as he's talking to me. I'm thinking, this is just too weird. I see there's in the living room, there's like a coffee table you could tell had been moved, and the couches are all around it, and I could see a couch on the other side of where everybody was, and evidently it was a sex party. I called it an after party. That's what the guys were referring it to, but this was definitely not an after party like that. This was a participate if you want to, with rules. So I was very surprised. I was really hoping no one would make me do anything. My guy friends that weren't in relationships were super excited about this. The guy that I was dating that took me there was hoping we would be participating. Little did he know that the little fun pill I took was kicking in, and I just really wanted to chill on the couch. It was like after midnight. I'd already worked, at the nightclub. I was tired after a long day and still had my work clothes on. Definitely wasn't freshened up for anything like that. But the lady that was in the elevator with us proceeded to jump right in. And it was just a swarm and group of people swirling and moving together, and all the sounds that you make of intimacy. And I was a little taken back, but I had to make it to this couch. So I just told the people that I was with that, look, if I fall in and I look like I'm having fun, pull me out. I do not want to be here. So I made it through and got it to the couch, and I was laying there just relaxing. And one of my friends had brought me a cocktail, and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm good. I just want to lay here." But in the process, the man that greeted me out the door decided to come and accompany me on the couch too, thinking, he's rubbing my leg, making me think that I'm going to participate. No. I'm not halfway laying on the couch for anyone to come. I'm not inviting anyone. Let's put it that way. So, needless to say, after many conversations I'd had, impromptu conversations that I'd had with people thinking that I was waiting for someone to come join me on the couch, I had decided to catch a taxi home. Luckily, I only lived just maybe a mile up the road from that location. But it was really surprising, and I took a break from going out with that guy again because it was just so weird. You definitely don't want to go on a date or thinking that you're going to hang out with someone that you've hung out with before and make presumptions like that. That is something that you do when it's just the two of you. Maybe you've talked about it. Maybe you've discussed having additional people in your relationship, but don't surprise anyone with that. So that was my good date gone bad. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the story, and stay tuned for more good dates gone bad. Bye.